Since winning the Stanley Cup in June, the Washington Capitals have yet to be invited to the White House to meet the president. Even so, some players are already taking the position that if they are invited, they simply won't go. Yes, Trump derangement syndrome has come to the National Hockey League. So Sportsnet.ca recently reported that Brett Connolly, who is a Canadian member of the Washington Capitals, says if his cup-winning squad is invited to the White House, he shall decline the invitation. Why? Well, let's quote Connolly verbatim, quote, "For me, I just don't think it's the right thing to do. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. I think there will be a few guys not going to. Like I said, it has nothing to do with politics. It's about what's right and wrong, and we'll leave it at that," end quote. Now, any journalist worth his or her salt would have asked Connolly to explain what he said, because frankly, his statement is uber cryptic to me. But virtually all of the jock-sniffing scribes in the sports media are now lefties, so Connolly gets to skate on those dumb cryptic comments. For example, why is it not the right thing to do, to go to the White House? No explanation is given. And he says his stance has nothing to do with politics, yet even a 10-year-old House League player knows his position has everything to do with politics. And to complete the hat trick, he says it's about what's right and wrong. What the HE double hockey sticks does that mean? Again, no explanations are provided. Maybe he was concussed at the time. Sportsnet goes on to note that another Capital, Devont Smith-Pelly, also remarked earlier that he would not attend the White House if the team is invited, calling Trump's comments, quote, straight up racist and sexist, end quote. What comments? Of course, no elaboration is given. Apparently to get some clarification would be downright rude, I suppose. Then again, pro sports teams snubbing the president, cheered on by the useful idiots in the mainstream media, well, that's become the in thing to do of late. But my, oh my, how things have changed in just 6 years. I hearken back to 2012 when Tim Thomas skipped meeting President Obama when the Cup-winning Boston Bruins were invited to the White House for a reception. Thomas is a hardcore libertarian, and he disagreed with Obama on almost every social and economic issue. But at the time, media pundits lambasted Thomas. The narrative went as follows: how dare he disrespect the office of the president, regardless of who is occupying the office at the time. And I agreed that Thomas did the wrong thing by not going, especially given that he was part of a team, and this was a team invite. As such, he was creating an embarrassing situation for all of his squad's members. Having said that, some of the criticism Thomas endured was beyond the pale. For example, check out this downright disgusting tweet from TSN sportscaster Dave Hodge. Quote, "Don't know if it's fair to point this out, but Tim Thomas has 3 children named Kylie, Kelsey, and Keegan." End quote. Oh, I get it. 3 Ks, right? As in KKK, as in Ku Klux Klan. So Thomas is a Klansman because he didn't go to the White House to shake hands with a black president? Is that it, Dave? Oh, what a disgrace. Yet the thing is, all those media types who crucified Thomas for his stance in 2012 are now applauding the idea of players boycotting a meeting with the president. What happened to the disrespecting the office of the president shtick? I mean, double standard much? In the final analysis, perhaps President Trump should just drop this tradition and be done with it. After all, consider that an NHL milestone was achieved when the Washington Capitals won the Stanley Cup, namely, for the first time in NHL history, a Stanley Cup winning team was captained by a Russian player, namely Alexander Ovechkin. And really, just consider the optics of Trump shaking hands with Ovi in the White House. Wow, the Russian collusion conspiracy freaks will have a field day. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, the Rebel has a new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.